They see me rolling.
Scaldis Noël, product of Belgium. Imperial Christmas ale.
I mean, I'm not messing around.
12%. Holy smokes.
Imperial.
12%.
That's Christmas beer for you.
What is it? Is it a... It's an ale? It's... Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well.
Inspired by the adventures of our nurses, therapists, and techs, A Beer with Atlas is the only healthcare traveling, craft beer drinking podcast. Each week, we'll open a few beers, talk about the brewery and the style of beer, and then dive into some research curated specifically for each episode. In the end, we hope each one sounds like a conversation you'd have with your friends while enjoying a few cold ones.
Merry Christmas and welcome to another episode of A Beer with Atlas. I'm Rich.
I'm Brian.
And I'm Ashley. I will be your Dolan this evening.
What?
What?
Wow.
Happy holidays.
Oh, it's our Christmas gift.
It's the Christmas miracle.
It is.
Not really.
Dolan's sick.
Sorry, Dolan.
Yeah.
Coal in the stocking.
Yeah.
Bummer, dude.
Well, Ashley, welcome back.
Thank you. It's always a pleasure.
Beer this week comes to us courtesy of Brian. Where did you find this beer
At the big mega wall-to-wall, ceiling-to-floor spirits place.
Gotcha.
One of
Toys
those.
R Us.
The Beers R Us place?
Beers R Us.
No, I think it's the other one. But,
Okay.
But I don't remember what it exactly is called, but I just know where it is. That's all I know.
No, your car just drives there by itself.
I say, take me to the place.
Then
and
it goes.
me there.
So, from, I don't even know how to pronounce it.
I don't either. I'm going to say Scaldis.
Scaldis
Yeah.
Noël, product
Yeah.
of Belgium. Brasserie?
Brasserie? I think.
Not Brazier, that's funny.
I don't think it's Brazier.
I don't think it's Brazier either.
No,
Brasserie
I don't think so either, but...
Dubuisson.
Yep.
Dubuisson.
You got it right.
Is that right?
No, I don't know. It's Belgian. It's a different language.
Apologies.
We don't know. Sorry, any
Apologies.
Belgian people.
Yeah, apologies.
I'm going to say Dubuisson.
Dubuisson. That's actually... Okay, sure.
That's what I'm going with today.
Dubuisson. Dubuisson.
Dubuisson. I don't know. Now it sounds French.
Yeah. They speak French there. Some of them do.
I wondered about that because some of the website, if you go to the website, some of it is in French. Mm-hmm. So
There's, I think, 3 different specific languages that they speak there.
in Belgium.
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
What's the other? German?
No,
maybe?
Belgium.
No? Okay, yeah. And
French. English.
Oh.
I believe is how it works.
Okay. All right.
1769 is the year that this brewery
This brewery
became
is
about.
like 250 years or something. They just
Yes.
had their anniversary or something.
Yeah, kind of a big deal.
Wow.
Yeah, older than our country. So that's how I went with this one today. How we got?
12%. That's going to take a minute. So it's a 12% beer. It's nice and smooth though, but man, it will.
Yep.
It punches you in the nose a little bit.
One of those Christmassy type beers.
Yeah.
It's got a lot of going on. A lot of biscuity, bready sweetness, some fruit, alcohol burn.
There's as you breathe out, there's like almost like a fruit cake.
Yeah.
Kind of flavor to it.
Nice.
Maybe. I'll tell you a couple of these, and you're not going to carry her at the in-laws' house, or
exactly
the
right.
family members you don't care for. I don't know.
Yeah.
Whoever.
That's
Uncle.
why they do these, I think. 250 years, they've had a Christmas or two. Mm-hmm. They know what's up. 12%, 21 IBUs. So not much, but more than some things.
Oh boy.
Here's what we got.
Okay.
This is the description that came right off their thing.
Okay.
Amber in color
Definitely.
with banana, pineapple, caramel, dried fruit aroma. Did you get all those things? I didn't get the pineapple for sure.
Now that you say banana,
Now you think it's there?
now
You smell
I think
it?
it's there. Now I think it's there.
Slightly bitter, underlying sweetness. I would agree with those things.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
when you said bread and fruit, that was very accurate. Like a fruit cake.
Very fruit cakey.
Just good. Just tasty stuff. 1991 was the first year they made this beer. So the beer-
91.
Yeah, so
Really?
30, whatever that is, 31 years or so. They pretty much made 1 or 2 beers before that. This is one of those places that just made beer, right?
That's it.
This is their Scaldis whatever.
Sure.
And then they started diversifying. The craft beer thing was starting to happen.
Yep.
They heard whispers about California. They're making beer out there. We better do something. Yeah. Boom, here we go, Christmas beer.
Yeah.
And then they've kind of added a couple more on here and there, but it's not like a traditional like what we're used to here, where every 6 months there's a new offering, or every 3 weeks or whatever.
Every Friday.
It's like every 3 years, every 10 years, we might try something different.
Did you write down what other beers they serve?
I sure do.
Interesting.
Are you ready?
I am.
Last thing before I get into those, I'll just put, they had, this is how I know it was fancy. They had cheese pairing list on their website.
I saw that too. Yeah.
So I wrote down,
soft
cheese with a rinsed crust, whatever that means.
What is that? We'll have to ask Frank.
Yeah.
Mont Dieu is the kind of cheese they wrote
Dieu.
M-O-N-T, and then there's another space, a D apostrophe R. That's a cheese.
D apostrophe. Okay.
And then a blue cheese.
We're so American.
Stilton is that kind.
It's embarrassing. Yeah. Okay.
Raw milk. So like creamy cheese.
Okay.
It's supposed to go pair with this pretty well.
Okay. I can see that.
So I guess if you have, the charcuterie board laying out and your meats are getting hot, your cheese is getting a little groupy. Perfect for this.
A little sweaty when the meat starts to sweat a little bit.
Some sweaty raw milk. Gross.
Oh, yeah, it's the best.
Where is Frank when we need him?
I know.
This would be perfect for him.
Yeah.
First of all, he would love this because it's 12%. He falls firmly in your ABV category.
There's a few of us out there
Yes.
that do that.
Yeah.
All right. The other beers that I have written down for them, one of them was just created this year.
This year.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that one is called Fram Bush. And here's why. Bush, B-U-S-H, is the translation. So over there, their beer is called Bush. It's not called Scaldis. So you'll see Bush Noël on their website. If you look at the website, that's what it's called.
Bush, like a shrub, like a... Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
so that's like, I don't know what language it comes from or how that's translated, but everything on their website and all the pictures, it says Bush.
Bush.
But here it's Scaldis. So I don't understand that, but that's just how that worked out.
Okay.
So it's called Fram Bush. So it's their version of a framboise.
Oh, yeah.
That style of beer.
Yeah.
And it, like I said, it came out in 2022 for the first time. It's 8.5%. It's pinkish red in color. It's got raspberries. That's pretty much what those beers are, right?
It just came up recently, too. Like, what's your favorite fruit? Raspberries. That's
Really?
for me. Yeah, I think if I had to choose, I think I would choose raspberries.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's a hot take.
I don't know.
Raspberries.
I don't know.
They're expensive.
They are.
They
They're
are.
delicious.
Little crate.
though. God, they're delicious.
They're good.
You just
Good.
pop them right in, just
Especially the blue flavor. That's my favorite raspberry.
blue raspberry.
Yeah.
What?
yeah.
Okay, wait. I thought you were being healthy here.
I was, and then then you cross
Tricked us.
over, and there you
See,
go.
that's what I got on my bottle.
You
here.
got the
A little
blue
ras.
Powerade.
Yeah. So that's one of the beers that's their most recent one.
Okay.
They made one that's called Surefire, I think, or Surefine. That's how it is, Surefine. And that's a year-round beer. And it's a saison.
Okay.
So that one was in 2014.
Wow.
So that was their second most recent new beer that I could find. 6.5%. So right in the ballpark for what those are supposed to be. They said it's refreshing and a little bitter. Citrus nose, herbs, and pepper, which is the peppercorn that you always get with those.
Yeah. With the saison.
Dry up front. You know how that is, like a champagne almost. They said to store it at 4 degrees Celsius. So I was like, okay, metric stuff and other, the Kelvin scale or what, I don't know what's happening here. I don't know what 4 degrees is, so that's not happening. If you're laying it down, that was another thing.
If you're laying it flat.
Yeah, who the heck does that?
I mean, if I need room in the fridge,
Yeah.
I guess.
If the bottle's too tall and you have to lay it down.
Oh my gosh, you guys
What?
just have to adjust the shelf height,
No,
guys.
I know. I'm
don't know.
really curious about this 4 degrees Celsius here. So
I'm gonna say it's like 30. I'm gonna say it's because 0 is 32, so it's got to be what, like 50?
actually, you got a guess on this?
I don't math well. So
39 degrees
Okay.
Fahrenheit.
There you go.
So that's the
39.
temperature you're supposed to have it at.
Okay, that's cold.
Seems like, yeah.
Yeah, that's cold.
That's just to store it.
Okay.
That's what they want you to do. And then you're supposed to take it out and you let it warm up 15 minutes, and then take the cork off.
Oh, okay.
Because otherwise, you'll put a hole in your ceiling. Yeah, sounds like if it's too cold, it's just a shock to the system.
Or you shoot your brother with it, right?
Or that's do that.
Right? That's what I would do.
It is the holidays.
Hopefully an older brother shooting Saison caps at each other.
Younger, I don't know, doesn't matter.
Whatever.
As long as you can outrun them.
Just hold them down and shoot them with the cork.
As long as you can outrun them.
Yep.
That's the rule. And the last one, this is one of the beers I actually have had before, and I don't know how to pronounce this, but I'm going to go with Cuvée, C-U-V-E-E, Des Trolls.
Would be Cuvée, maybe?
Maybe.
Sure. I don't know why I know that, but okay.
2000 was when this one came out.
Des Trolls?
Yeah. It has a little troll on it, like a woodland troll on the label.
Yeah.
And back in my previous life, I ran a beer club over there every month.
Okay.
So we had some aspiring beer nerds, and it was, 8 years ago, so it was pretty new.
Yeah.
And the only cutoff really was you had to spend about $15.
Okay.
So you bring $15 worth of whatever you want to bring. Maybe it's a bottle, maybe it's a growler or a crowler or 6-pack, 4-pack.
Six or whatever you want.
You put it in.
Yep.
Put it in the pile.
Okay.
Then when you drew a number, and then you got to pick. Your number was your pick. And that's how I got that beer. And
could you steal and stuff like that too?
No, it was
just a pick and...
Yep.
Okay.
And we did it every month, once a month.
Oh.
And it was fun. And that's how I got this beer. I would never picked it. It's not a style I liked generally, but it was fun to try. And
Sure.
I got it from a Shane McDonald. That's who gave it to me.
I actually know him.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you
So
go.
that's who I got that from.
Okay, here's my question. So every one of these beers that we've talked about, outside of the 1991, right, has been 2000 or higher.
Right.
What's their base beer? What's their do they
just
still
Bush?
Just that.
Which
just
I'm assuming they can't call it. I mean, it's not spelled the same as over here, but
BUSCH versus BUSH,
Yeah.
right? And so I don't know.
but it's not something I usually see.
Like the Budweiser beer, right? The one that we talked about.
Oh, yeah.
It's probably been a year now.
Yeah, that's true.
The original Budweiser that they actually let them call that or whatever.
Yeah.
So
I think they have just a plain Scaldis you can look for here in the United States. But it's it's in a place that has Belgian beers, so you have to go to a place that has a choice of that. You know what I mean?
Sure.
It's not like at the gas station. You're not going to go pick that up.
No, I'm not going to put one of these in a paper bag maybe for the
on the bus ride
for
or
the
something.
ride.
You can do that too.
No, I mean you can, but you're not going to get it at the Come and Go or the 7-Eleven.
No, it's not gonna be there. In 2007, these guys created that label on the backside. If you turn it over, see the little Belgian flag square thing?
Yeah, right here.
So it's like a beer community co-op, and what it is, it's like the Brewers Guild, like that we have,
Like
right?
the Craft Brewers Alliance with the bottle on, or not the bottle, the glass on there and stuff. Yeah.
And like in Nebraska, they just did I don't know if it's a election or how it is, but I think Scott got it from Cross Train. He's on there now.
He's on
somebody from Pint Nine's on there. So it's just kind of like a board that does stuff within the beer community, right?
Good.
Have meetings and things.
Promotes the beer community in the state.
Yeah, the state stuff. So
Good.
they did the same thing, but they did it in 2007, and it's called the Belgian Family Brewers. And their only requirement to be in it was you have to be a brewer for at least 50 years.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
just 50 years.
So the Belgian brewery has to be 50 years old at least to be in the thing. So if you get a real traditional true Belgian beer, you should see that on the bottle, no matter what brand.
50 years.
Yeah. So
Wow.
there'd be nobody in the United States other than the big boys, of course. But
I mean, yeah. I mean, there's got to be somebody that's been brewing old.
I think Anchor's team's probably close.
Maybe. Yeah.
Maybe those guys, Anchor or whatever,
Yeah.
out in California, San Francisco.
It's got to be. Yeah. I mean, 50 years was okay. So I'm approaching 50, and I was born in the 70s.
I know.
So you had to have been brewing since sometime in the 70s. That's not really that's not that far away, right? I mean, that's relative, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But the thing for us is like in Nebraska, let's say, in 3 years we added 13 breweries, right?
True. Yeah.
But before that, there was 2 for 50 years. So
Forever.
It's
Yeah.
been a huge thing. So
Yeah.
I'm guessing there's not a lot of people in this group, but maybe there is, and it's just I don't think there's a lot of back and forth bottle shares coming from them to us.
Probably.
It's more of a name recognition thing, and there's a few brands of Belgian beers that you look for, and this is one of the ones. But I'd never had it before, and I knew they had, I thought, some sort of Christmas thing, and that's why I went out of my way to find this one.
That's a pretty legit club. 50 years. That's a legit club.
Yeah, it's cool, I thought.
Yeah.
Also 100% independent, so they're not owned by some other big conglomerate brewer.
Duvel or whoever else is that we've talked about
Right.
over there, overseas.
In the Europe areas. You got some information on this too, I think. So I'll go tread lightly on the Belgian Christmas traditions. I think you have some of these things, right?
See, I did some research on Christmas around the world. Belgium is not on here.
Oh,
so
look at me
So there you
filling a
go.
niche.
Right on.
Okay.
Good job, you guys.
They have somebody called Santa Claus.
Sinterklaas.
Yes.
Okay.
Sinter.
Okay.
Klaas. He brings presents on December 5th and December 6th
Wow.
because it's not a religious thing like
Okay.
we have done
Sure,
it over
sure.
here. So how you get your presents? Well, the kids have to put their shoes in front of the fireplace.
Shoes.
Yep.
Okay.
And they have to leave a picture they drew or something, some cookies, maybe a carrot.
Oh.
And here's why. He rides a horse.
Okay.
And he has an assistant. So not a lot of elves. There's one guy.
Yeah.
And his name is Sooty Pete. Sooty Pete.
This is
Sooty.
Like the Sooty because he goes down the chimney,
Because
right?
he goes in the chimney.
All right.
And yes, he goes down there and he's real dirty. Like he's all covered in black.
He's in
soot.
chimneys all day, night, I guess.
So that's how you'll see him depicted as like a kid or a little person covered in black soot. And their Sinterklaas is nice and clean. He stays outside and keeps a lookout or whatever. But
sends old Sooty Pete down the thing to get the thing. He brings the carrot up to feed the horse, I assume.
yes, and so that's the horse. Yes.
There you go.
If you're bad, the kids, you get whatever. Sooty Pete will take you to Spain.
What?
He'll take you to Spain.
Now, why they pick Spain, I don't know. Maybe they had a
Is
fight.
it a bad place for them?
I guess. I don't know. But that's just where you go.
Here's the thing. I know Maddox, my son, listens to our podcast. I know he does. He listens on his little home pod or whatever.
Right.
Maddox, I'm talking directly to you right now. If you don't turn your stuff around right now, Sooty Pete's going to come take you to Spain. Like it's happening.
That's no joke.
You've
No
been
joke.
warned.
You've been warned.
Some of the other things that people leave out, the kids, tangerines.
Okay.
I don't know. They're not native to Belgium, but okay.
Christmas fruit.
Sure.
Maybe? Sure.
Gingerbread, chocolate, and letter-shaped cookies. So they're big, like just a J or a B or whatever. Their cookies are shaped like letters.
Okay.
Not the letters you write to Sinterklaas or whatever. This is the must-have Christmas meal. So everybody does the same thing. Kind of like our turkey Thanksgiving meal, right?
Okay,
Everybody
okay.
pretty much generally has that traditional thing. They have something they call nibbles, which is an appetizer, but they call it nibbles. And I was
Nibbles.
like, okay, that's fun. I like that.
Yep.
But guess what? Their appetizer is alcohol. It's a drink.
Yes.
They start the meal with a drink.
Yeah,
So
you really
can do it with
nibbling?
this.
You're like sipping.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it gets you hungry. It warms up that appetite. I don't know.
That's what this beer is doing to me right now.
There you go.
Yes.
Well, the next on the menu, if we had it, you'd get seafood.
Yes.
Then you get a stuffed turkey.
Whoa.
That sounds pretty all right.
That sounds good.
And then for dessert, La Bouche de Noël.
Okay.
It's a Christmas chocolate log.
Oh.
Think a Swiss cake roll,
Yeah.
but like 6-pounder.
You see how excited I got
Yeah.
right there for a
You
second? I
did get
love
very
I love
excited.
Swiss cake rolls so much.
So that's basically what it is. It's like a chocolate sheet cake that they roll up, and it's got cream in the middle, and then it's frosted with chocolate, and then usually decorated to kind of look like an actual log. That's
Right.
why they call it that.
Brian, I'm going to be honest with you. I believe we should live in Belgium.
Oh,
I mean, after all this time, we've talked about the country
Yeah.
a lot. We've talked about their beers a lot.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything that has ever come up negative at all. Like, I really think,
Yeah.
if not live there, we should go just like hang out for a while.
it's fun. I've been there before.
Have you been
Yeah,
there?
yeah.
Shit.
I went to Brussels
Oh.
and rode a scooter around like a real European
Like a-
gent. Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Do they ride on the other side of the road?
Yeah.
Okay. Was that hard to learn? Was that hard to kind of figure out?
Well, the place where we were at in Brussels was so narrow. It was like the city center that there wasn't really even room for cars to come where we were at. So you kind of had it. It was almost like a bike trail or path. It was so narrow. So
just on your left, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah. So just keep it upright, which was a challenge.
Good call.
In Belgium. Do I have anything else? Okay. Oh yeah, it has buttercream and cream cheese and that sort of stuff.
Keep talking.
Last thing, and then I'll let you do your Christmassy stuff. I wanted to learn about the word Noel because it's on there, and we see it all the time.
All the time.
Christmas time, I should say. But it's been turned into some names. There's Noel, female name, usually with another L. You'll see it with two L's and an E usually. Yeah. It says the French version of it is novelles, which means news.
Okay.
So almost like novel. The English root word is Nowel, Nowel, which means shout of joy. And then the Latin is what is it? I'm going to try to say this. Natalis.
Okay.
Natalis means birth.
Oh.
So it's like shouting news of birth is kind of what it all jumbled up into, and we spit it out in English, and that's what it's for. Cool. It started to be used a lot in the Middle Ages, so 1400s-ish. French and English used it in their like Christmas carols or church songs, and that's kind of where it came from. And that's why it's, I guess, I don't know if popular is the right word, but linked with Christmas time.
Common.
And then
Christmas,
the first Noel song, that's the one that I thought of mostly. It was first published as like a poem in 1823 by William B. Sandys. So he wrote the lyrics out, then it was adapted to some music that was already out there, which is how a lot of Christmassy or just regular hymns and carols go.
Right.
And that's why it's out there now, and that's why they have it on their bottle.
And that's why it appears with all those.
Yeah.
They're just in common with Christmas.
Yeah, there's a house down the street from me that has Noel hanging down from their address thing on the front of their house right now for Christmas time. So
you should knock on their door and be like, "Can I inform you all about this?"
Let me tell you about this.
Here's a bottle of Scaldis Noël.
Yes.
Let me, as we enjoy this 12% beer,
right,
I will tell you about Noel.
I will
That's
enlighten
right.
you.
If you came to my house and did that, that'd be pretty fantastic. I'd be pretty happy with that.
Okay. Well, you got some decorations out, don't you?
I got a couple blow-ups out there, maybe. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I got a handful of them.
All right. Well, that's what I got for us.
Well, let me tell you what what other countries do for Christmas.
Okay.
So I thought I went through this morning as I thought, okay, I'm working through my research or whatever. We've talked about everything. We've talked about Christmas music. We've talked about Christmas TV shows. We talked about Christmas movies.
Yeah.
We've hit enough episodes that we've done on virtually everything around Christmas.
Sure.
Ish, right? Favorite Christmas memories, that type of thing. But what we haven't talked about is like how other countries. See, the 12%'s getting me already. I went back for a third pour actually.
I was surprised
I'm
to
going
see that.
second
You
here.
haven't eaten
It's
anything.
quite good. It's quite good.
Yes.
I did have a breakfast burrito for lunch.
Okay.
Morning, so, how other countries celebrate Christmas? Because I was curious about this, and there are some fun ones in here for sure. There are some interesting ones.
Okay.
Japan. We're gonna start with Japan.
All right. I bet this is great.
This is you will never ever guess. Okay. In Japan, they have KFC for Christmas dinner.
I knew that.
What?
I
Yes.
knew that. It's
Did
a
you?
huge thing.
Huge.
Like hours and hours in line to get. Yes.
In Japan, celebrating Christmas is relatively new. It's only been recognized for the past couple of decades and is typically seen as a time to spread joy and cheer or even a romantic couples day. So like to go on romantic dates or something like that.
KFC.
KFC is
Hell
part of the
yeah.
meal. Yeah. Well, look, if you haven't had a romantic date to KFC,
You haven't had a date.
Exactly.
That's what I'm telling you.
Especially if they have the buffet.
Oh, yeah. It's over.
Oh, yeah.
That stretches into a whole day date right there.
Absolutely. You have a little contest with your date to see how much chicken you can eat. Jenny and I have actually done this before. She thinks I'm very gluttonous. I enjoy KFC chicken.
Did you win?
Of course.
Of course. Come on.
Of course. I wasn't going to let her beat me. I would have
He'd rather die at KFC
That's
than let that
exactly
happen.
right. That's exactly right. Many Japanese order KFC for their Christmas dinner or make a reservation at a restaurant instead of cooking a big feast.
Yep.
So that's a KFC.
That's like the opposite of us because we're all, everybody's come to my house.
Come
and
to
make,
home and
Yep.
everything's closed on Christmas Day or Christmas Eve or whatever.
That's cool. I like that.
In Poland, I'm very Polish. I have a lot of Polish in me. So I'm
Really? Okay.
Polish, Czech, German, right? And so I was curious about this one. In Poland, they share a pre-dinner wafer.
Okay.
So that was interesting. So, in many Polish communities worldwide and in Poland, Christmas Eve dinner or Wigilia, Wigilia, Wigilia,
That's, yeah.
okay, begins with the sharing of the Opletek, Opletek, Opletek. If my grandma were still alive, I would
She'd
ask her to
probably
pronounce
smack
it.
ya.
She
She'd
would.
say, "Come
She'd be
on."
like, "That's Opletek" or whatever.
Yep.
That was a terrible impression of my grandma. That's terrible.
Oh, boy.
The paper-thin square wafer is made out of flour and water and has an image of the nativity on it. Everyone at the table breaks off a piece and shares it in a holiday greeting before passing it along. Sometimes even pets get in on the fun. So they give it to the pet. Like the dog gets a little paper, a little wafer. And
Heck
then,
yeah, they do.
well, yeah. I mean, it's just flour and water.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
whatever.
it's fine.
So you eat a little wafer and you're like, I'm so thankful for my whole family to be here. And then you pass the wafer on.
To the
whatever.
dog. Yeah.
What's the dog happy for? He's just getting scraps. That's what he's
Hell
happy
yeah,
for.
I'm getting this wafer.
Yeah. Slovakia.
Okay.
Okay. So another part of my heritage, right?
Sure.
Czechoslovakia, but that's and Slovakia now is a part of that.
Yeah,
What
for-
what
yeah.
it's split into. They have carp for dinner. They eat carp. You said that you like it. Have you had carp?
Oh, yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah. It's real bony.
Oh no.
You can, used to be able to pay actual money in Omaha to go eat carp.
eat
at
carp?
Joe Tess, yeah.
Yes, yeah.
But, it's not great.
Yeah. All over Central Europe, people enjoyed carp for Christmas Eve dinner, but rather than picking up from the supermarket, traditionalists let the fish live in a bathtub for a couple of days before preparing it and eating it. Legend has it the scales bring good luck and fortune for the coming year. So they go get a live carp, and they put it in their bathtub.
No, I don't like that.
And then
Carp are dirty and gross.
God, they are. Yes,
They're ugly.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, they are fun to catch. They fight like nobody's business.
They basically adopt a pet just to eat it.
to
though.
eat it.
Yeah.
That's 100% true. Yes. Yeah.
Plus, you know what does happen, though, when you leave a fish in water for a couple of days? It kind of cleans itself out. Kind of like
Oh.
detoxifies and... Yeah,
'Cause
so
carp
that makes
are-
sense to me.
They're bottom feeders, aren't they? They're like catfish. And see,
They
I
will
love
pretty much
catfish,
eat
but
anything. Yeah.
So they're cleaning their bathtub while they're at it.
Yeah.
And they're cleaning the fish.
They're cleaning
too,
the fish,
right? I mean,
yeah.
Yeah,
the fish
there you
cleans
go.
itself out.
Yeah, I would not... The bathtub's probably pretty dirty after that.
Yeah.
Sweden is Saint Lucia's Day, and I'm gonna say Lucia because I think that's right. Lucia, Lucia.
Okay.
Lucia.
Sure, something like that.
In Sweden, Finland, and Norway, St. Lucia's Day is part of a Christmas season that commemorates a woman said to be one of the first Christian martyrs. Celebrations involve candlelit processions, where the eldest girl in each family is dressed up like St. Lucia in white gowns, often wearing a wreath and candles. The girls will also serve family S-shaped Lucia buns and coffee or mulled wine.
Mulled wine is good.
Mulled wine is good, yeah.
My friend John makes it every year. Oh, it's so good.
It is tasty. And usually high ABV, too.
I mean,
You know.
if you're into that.
If you're into that.
If you're me and Frank.
Yes.
Or this, I don't know.
You
I'm gonna
guys,
go-
you need to have Frank on one of these. How come Frank has never been
He'd
on
be
a
perfect for
beer
this one. I'm sad he's not here. Greece. People, Christmas trees and boats. And I thought, okay, Christmas trees, fine. But boats.
Okay.
In the seafaring country of Greece, decorating Christmas trees and boats has been popular for centuries. The first known Christmas tree in Greece was put up by King Otto in 1833 next to a large decorated boat. So they put stuff, garland and lights and stuff on a
Okay.
boat, I guess, at the same time, which families traditionally erect to celebrate the men's return from sea voyages. Today, in cities like Athens, large lit-up boats appear along the trees.
Okay.
So
Interesting.
I guess it kind of, it's like a homecoming thing, maybe. I don't know.
They're just happy they came back.
Sure.
Okay.
Ethiopia.
Oh,
I thought,
this
well,
is not a place I would expect to hear Christmas
No.
things from. Cool.
They have processionals, so they have like parades.
Okay.
And I copied Greece's thing again, so we don't know exactly on my
They just
notes.
have a parade.
It's unfortunate they have parades, because I really wanted to know about that. It's unfortunate. My Command V didn't paste.
Well, whoever's
No.
listening, look it up and then comment or let us know what you find.
It's unfortunate. Germany, Christmas markets. In Germany, you can do your Christmas shopping with a mug of mulled wine in one hand and a bratwurst in the other.
Hell yes.
Yeah, right? The sprawling seasonal markets pop up all over the country with artisans selling gifts for everyone on your list.
See, those are fun.
Those
are
you
a
can
lot of
eat
fun.
brat and have mulled wine or beers when you're
Guess what?
shopping.
I did that at Epcot this year. when
That's
I went.
right. Yes.
They had it right there. And I did Christmas shopping while I was there.
Awesome.
And I had a beer, a pretzel, and a bratwurst.
That's fantastic.
It was great.
Yeah.
And last night, just as an aside, I went to local brewers Cross Train and had some, drinks there and did some Christmas shopping as well right from there. And it was fantastic. So I like the German traditions.
I do too.
Yeah.
We have a lot in common with the Germans too, I think.
Yeah,
as much
beer.
as
Yeah.
food.
Food and beer,
Yep.
buying stuff.
Yep.
I like those.
Okay, here's my favorite by far so far.
Oh, okay.
Austria.
Austria, okay.
Ooh.
Actually, you're gonna love this one. Krampus hunts for naughty children.
Oh, man.
You've seen these parades,
Oh, yeah.
right?
Oh, yeah. I
You
love
thought-
Krampus.
You thought coal in your stocking was bad. In Austria and Bavaria, St. Nicholas gifts children with gifts, while Krampus, the half-man, half-goat, comes around to drag the bad ones away.
They
And
don't go to Spain either.
No, they just go away.
They're just
go
gone.
away.
They
They
go
get
to the
eaten.
bad. Yes.
Yes.
Maddox. Krampus is coming.
He's worse than Spain.
Yeah.
Let me tell you.
Well, I mean, I guess
Depends on what's happening in Spain.
Depends on what's happening in Spain at the time. Yeah. The men dress up as scary characters for Krampus Slough or Krampus Run, in which they parade through the streets to blow off steam, scare some kids to get back in line.
I'm going to have to go to Austria for Christmas.
Boom.
Have you seen that?
I have. It's terrifying.
So to become an actual Krampus, you
Yeah.
have to apply, and then you have to
really?
go through this training, and then the last thing you do to actually get it is you have to get screams from 10 kids at the parade. So you're like an apprentice Krampus until you get these certain amount of screams,
until you scare them enough.
and then you're you've proved your mettle, and you can now be a Krampus.
That's awesome.
I love
Interesting.
Krampus.
That is so awesome.
I like Christmas tunes, right? You know this about
do
me.
know, I do
And
know.
Me and my friend John have made 3 Christmas albums.
You have, yeah.
We've got several Krampus songs. Krampus was the album cover for us on one of ours.
Wait,
So
when you say you make Christmas albums, are they like mixtapes? Or what?
they're on Spotify or
Okay.
CDs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vinyl. I have
So you're
vinyl
just
copies.
You did, yeah.
Grabbing songs and making your own collection.
No, actual
They're singing-
recording and singing
recording.
and all that. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Yes.
Didn't know that.
Yeah. I've actually listened to them.
Oh my
on
gosh.
They're on Spotify right
They
now.
are. Hey, guess what I have?
Oh, bonus beer.
Bonus beer.
All right.
Look at that Santa.
Is there a Krampus on there? Well, he's
It's
a
not.
scary Santa.
He kind of is, but I thought that too. But then I looked at it again, and I think he's just mesmerized by Honey Mama's box here. He's looking into.
Oh. So he's really happy.
So he's happy whatever's in the box. It kind of is like Pulp Fiction. At the end, when they open the briefcase
And it just
it's
shines.
glowing, and we don't know what's in there.
Have you heard the theory on this?
No, what is it?
That Jules,
Yeah,
right?
Jules,
Samuel
yeah.
L. Jackson, right? His character is actually Nick Fury at a previous
Wait a
time.
minute.
No. Follow me here. And what is in the case, what they're looking for, is the Mind Stone. So that's that's the Infinity Stone. Now, there are some similarities that kind of between the Tarantino universe and the Marvel universe. Nobody will say it, but enough people have made connections there that they were going that Marcellus Wallace wanted the Mind Stone,
Interesting.
and that's what was in the case.
I
That
mean,
glowed gold like that.
Tarantino's nerdy enough
Yeah.
to pull it off. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Like I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah.
But that's a surprise to me.
There you go.
That's a shocker.
That's awesome.
I got 2 more here. I thought Iceland was kind of fun. 3 more. We'll go 3 more. Australia. Christmas on the beach. So it's in the middle of summer, and so they go to their white sand beaches.
Yeah.
White Christmas, right? They still.
Okay, yeah.
But it's usually very hot, so they stay inside. So they'll never have snow, unfortunately, in Australia.
Well, never say never.
Well, that's true. Yeah. Thanks, global warming. Iceland. They have 13 Santa Clauses, 13 different Santa Clauses that place treats in your shoes. So not only does Iceland celebrate 13 days before Christmas, children also get presents from 13 different Santa Clauses, or called Yule Lads.
Yes.
Yule Lads.
Yule
yes.
Lads.
Yule Lads.
I like that.
I feel like my friend John should be here because
Okay.
he's a Christmas nut like I am. And his family is from, at least his mom's family is from Iceland. So he knows all of these things. So
Really?
Yes. He'd fit right in with that one. He loves Yule Lads.
Each of these lads has been known to have different qualities, and they can all be a bit feisty. That's what it says. Feisty.
They're sometimes naughty. They're kind of like
Yes.
sprites.
Oh, I love that.
That sort of deal.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
But if good children place their shoes on the windowsill, the Yule Lads will leave them little gifts. If they haven't behaved all year, rotten potatoes will show up in their shoes.
I
no.
hate rotten potatoes.
Rotten potatoes.
They're pretty stinky.
Gross.
You ever bought a bag of potatoes and forgot about it?
And it stinks up. Yeah.
Ain't great. Ain't great. You know, that's really similar to the Belgians. They had to put their shoes out
Yeah.
to get the presents.
Yeah. And then finally
Look
Mexico.
at that. By the way, look at that pour.
Oh, I know.
With hard pour, but it's looking like almost like a Guinness.
It's cascading down like that.
Yeah.
I love watching that. That's so fun.
That's cool.
Mexico all night parties.
Hell yes.
course.
Yup.
Of
Exactly.
course.
With piñatas. So why not?
They're full of eggnog, probably.
Well, but that'd be weird.
That would suck, wouldn't it?
These
You break
explode.
it up. Eggnog everywhere.
In Mexico, as well as other Latino and Hispanic countries, families celebrate, oh my gosh, Noche Buena?
Yeah, good night.
Noche Buena
Yeah.
on Christmas Eve. That includes a huge feast, singing and dancing, often a piñata for the kids. More religious observers may attend midnight mass, but it's always family time and togetherness.
Big Catholic thing down there. So yeah,
Yes.
that midnight mass is a thing.
Huge Catholic thing
Yeah.
down there. Have you ever gone to a Catholic midnight mass?
No.
I have.
I have not.
I grew up Catholic.
Doesn't
and
that take a long time?
It is, and man, you'd get tired. And my dad would just like smack me on the back of the head if I fall asleep
Yeah.
or whatever.
Up, down. Yep.
Kneel. Up, yeah.
Yep.
Stand up, sit down, kneel. Stand up, sit down, kneel.
I've been to some of the weddings. Those take a while
Oh,
too. And that's a lot of
Catholic weddings.
stand up, sit down
Holy
stuff too.
smokes! Yeah.
Well, here's the bonus beer.
Okay.
This was the first Christmas beer I bought this year for us.
Yeah. Pass
It's
it away.
careful there. This is from Rogue, which is I don't know that we've really done a Rogue beer,
I don't think we have.
but they're out of Oregon, Portland area. They're kind of an OG. Dead Guy Ale. That was one of the
Yep.
beers you could kind of get around here 10 years ago
Yeah.
or so. They make some good stouts, chocolate stouts and whatnot. This is one of those. It's got chocolate. I think it's got honey. It's got cinnamon and something else.
It
but
smells amazing.
yeah, it's not too shabby. It smells. They have a double chocolate stout. That again, my friend John. It's like his favorite beer.
Wow.
And they come in 4-packs now. It used to just be bombers.
Okay.
Rogue was one of those that made. They used to make like a. Oh geez, you know that other Belgian beer, Delirium that we've had
Oh,
before.
yeah,
that
we
has
did that
kind of
last
like
year.
ceramic bottle.
Yep.
Rogues were kind of like that. That same
Interesting.
shape.
Okay.
But almost metallic-y looking. And they did like pumpkin beers in there, and they had gingerbread stouts and pumpkin stouts and
Nice.
chocolate stout. They love their stouts. They also make spirits, so you can go and find like Rogue whiskey,
does?
yeah, vodka.
Didn't know that.
I got some in San Francisco one time. The guy was like, hey, I don't know, nobody's buying this. You want some? I was just out. My wife was at a conference, and I
Sure.
was just hanging out at like 3:00 on a Tuesday at a bar in San
Perfect.
Francisco, and the guy's like giving out free shots of Rogue whiskey, and I drank some, and it was not terrible.
Get your take on this one, because I'll tell you, it smells great. It tastes interesting.
I get the honey,
Yeah.
big time.
What else do you guys get?
I'm not a big honey fan.
I don't know.
You said you found this at Booze R Us as well. You guys, I love this.
Really? This one?
It reminds me of Russell Stover's chocolate.
Mm-hmm.
But there's
There
a
you
specific
go.
fruit in here.
Orange?
Tangerine.
There you go.
Hey,
Yeah.
Belgian Christmas
There
you
tangerines.
go.
It
This
all
is
comes
so
back
good.
together.
all
Everything
ties back
comes back
together.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
sell that in 4-packs.
It tastes like, the orange cream from the Russell Stover's candy box.
So good.
Ooh, you're right.
My dad and I would have to wrestle for those because the rest of the family didn't like the fruit flavors, but we both loved those.
Yeah.
and so-
Or this, like the strawberry filling or the raspberry filling.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now I really want some
And
Russell
then-
Stovers.
One year they make those sticks, right? They make the sticks with the jelly on the inside. So Jenny she would always buy me a box of those for Christmas and wrap them and put them on the tree, right? Well, one year our dog Solly, who's passed away now,
Not from this.
not
right?
from this,
Okay,
no,
okay,
but he
okay.
found them and
Oh, boy.
ate half the box. That dog, he could chocolate's bad for dogs. He'll
Yeah.
kill it. Not Solly.
like,
that
hell
dog,
no.
That dog could eat
Give
anything.
him energy.
He ate a whole block of fudge one Christmas.
Oh gosh.
With the wrapper, like he ate the cellophane off it
Yeah.
too. He was fine. He didn't.
He
care.
loved Christmas.
He loved Christmas.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Dang.
So I haven't gotten the orange sticks for many years because, unfortunately, because of that.
Damn it, Sully. Oh,
Because
well.
that dog. So,
Well, this year you might have to and pick up some more of this beer.
yeah. This actually, the more you get into it, you can really taste it. That's good.
That is
That's-
really good.
Yeah, I do enjoy that a lot. But I enjoy those Christmas flavors.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Um,
I thought this one was fun because usually when we're doing these Christmas beers, it's more this style, like a winter warmer or something that's more fruit cakey.
okay.
So we don't usually do a lot of Christmas stouts.
Right.
But when we do them, the fruit stuff doesn't usually come through like it does
No.
with this one,
Right.
at least for me. Usually it's just like heavy barrel. They say there's some stuff in there, and that's fine too. But
And then it's just rum barrel.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
so I'm a fan of this one.
All right, before we do Untapped, I looked up TripAdvisor. There was some on here.
Really?
Yeah, but the Google translations were fairly bad. And I thought, okay, that could be fun to read the Google translation. But then I wanted to be respectful. And
Sure.
so I thought, how about this? Why don't you tell me the best Christmas trip you ever took?
Never, nowhere.
You like a family gathering, none of those things?
I specifically remember singing always because my mom plays piano and stuff for the church and has always done that. Like she's the church music person, right? So as a kid, I'd have the church choir thing at Christmas Eve night, sing at church as a little kid. And then you get the bag with an orange, those nasty mints. And there's probably some like walnuts in the bag too, and maybe an apple. And they're like, "Here you go." And you're like, "Oh, great, I love it." And then we got in the car, and I remember it was probably would have been 1988, so I'm 10. And I just remember laying in the back seat because you didn't have to wear seatbelts in the 80s.
No.
If you did, you're weird.
Yes.
So I just remember laying in the back seat, looking at the moon and the stars. It was pitch dark, as it is in December.
Yeah.
And driving an hour to the farm where my grandparents lived, and just like soaking all the Christmas Eve into me.
Yeah.
It was kind of fun just to I was like, oh man, I bet I could maybe see Santa.
Oh.
Yeah, 10 years old. Why not?
But I didn't see him.
Yeah.
But
He wasn't there yet.
no, he
No
wasn't there
Yule
yet.
lads. You didn't see any Yule lads.
No Yule lads, no Santa Claus, no Sooty Pete. We didn't have a fireplace
Oh, Sooty Pete.
on the farm.
It might be Dolan's new nickname, quite honestly.
Could be.
Yeah.
I bet
Actually,
he
what's your favorite holiday Christmas destination? Like, have you gone anywhere or done anything that stuck in your head?
I've never gone anywhere for Christmas. Lately, we've been talking about going to Arizona because Rob's mom is a snowbird, and once it gets cold
nice.
here, she goes to Arizona now that she's
Smart.
retired. So
That's
we've been
smart.
talking about going to Arizona for Christmas. So I'd like to see a cactus with
That'd be
Christmas lights,
weird.
I guess. But
Yeah.
no, we haven't really gone anywhere. Usually we're here.
What about you,
Yeah, what
Rich?
about you?
There was one. I can't even remember what year the Nintendo Entertainment System came out. I don't even
it
remember.
85?
Probably 86.
Yeah, somewhere
maybe
in there.
85, 86, somewhere in there. We went to my grandparents' house, my dad's mom and dad, And that was always kind of contentious. I don't know. Dad never really got along with his dad, and so it was
one of
always
those
just
deals. Yeah, great.
Yeah, it wasn't a great. It wasn't, but I got along really well with my cousins, and so that was the year that the grandparents got all of us Nintendos, and so we opened one, and man, we plugged that thing in for the first time into a little TV in their basement, and we're all huddled around it. Right, and I just remember that just eating and drinking pops because they had a little bar in their basement, which I thought was the coolest thing ever. Yeah, and they had like a laser disc player and stuff.
Oh, snap.
Oh yeah,
Grandparents were legit.
They were to do.
Are these the ones that had the movies?
This is the theater.
So they're like, okay, well, we got to have a nice setup at home. Yeah.
But yeah, we plugged our Nintendo into it, man, for the first time, and we played Mario, and that was awesome.
So what's from the movie family? What's your Christmas movie? It's not Christmas until you've seen this movie.
We are a hardcore Christmas Story, like watching like a Christmas Story 24 hours when they do it on TBS.
Yeah.
Like that's a thing for us.
Have you seen the new one?
I have not yet.
Is it out already?
It's on
It is.
HBO.
Oh, it
I haven't
is?
watched it yet.
I have not.
We showed Oscar Christmas Story the last weekend.
Yeah,
And he thought it was pretty great.
Aw.
it is.
The kid eating the soap, he thought that was hilarious.
Awesome.
And
Old life boy.
the little brother, when he fell over, he couldn't get up out of the snow because he had like 18 coats on. He thought that was great.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a classic for a reason, I think.
What about you? I know you've got quite a few.
Well, it's Charlie Brown, Christmas.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yep.
Done deal.
I saw Frosty the Snowman was on the other night too.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Nice. That's a good one, too.
Actually, went.
I love the Grinch, Jim Carrey's Grinch, and the old cartoon Grinch.
Yeah,
But
those are good.
I recently saw that they're making a horror Grinch movie.
Yes.
Whoa.
Where it looks really cheesy, but I have to watch it.
Kind of like the Winnie the Pooh one they made.
Yeah.
Because it got hit the what do you call it when the copyrights are gone?
Yeah. So you can make.
Yeah, so you can do whatever you want with it as long as you don't put a red T-shirt on them. That's a Disney thing.
So he's just a murder bear at that
Yep.
point. He's an Ewok.
Oh man, I love Ewoks.
Yeah, I do too. All right, Untapped. For Scaldis Noël, 40,200 check-ins.
40,200.
40,000 for a beer that's been around since '91. I mean, I guess I'm not
Yeah.
surprised.
3.79.
Remind me again, what's the
Out of 5.
out of 5?
Out of 5. 2 decimal places.
Scaldis Noël. I'm just gonna go with a 4.
Oh, straight up 4.
There you go. 3.74.
Okay, all right.
Close.
That was close.
Yep, very, very close.
I mean, this gets a high rating for me because of the ABV.
You know what? That's why it has 40,000 check-ins, quite honestly. You see that on the shelf, and beer guys are like, yup.
Yup.
2 in the cart, please.
Yup.
Yeah.
Yep.
The longer it sat and got like a little warmer, I feel like the more the banana came through.
Yeah.
I think so.
That's what's fun about these sipper types. You know, if you can, control it and let it sit there for a while. I usually have that problem with that, but if you can actually do it, the flavors change so much, and it's a lot of fun to revisit it.
As you get into it. Yeah, absolutely. All right, next week, New Year's.
New Year's.
We've got a beer. Brian's got another beer for us.
I do.
I've got some New Year's fun for us.
Are we gonna make resolutions?
We could.
Uh-oh. I
haven't
wasn't
thought
prepared
about
for
it.
this.
I wasn't either, but I just thought about it. Maybe we should.
Let's do it.
Okay.
We could do that. So next week, New Year's beer, New Year's resolutions, New Year's around the world.
Okay.
Until then, we're not going anywhere for a while.
Let's have another beer.
Merry Christmas and happy holidays.
Thank you for listening to A Beer with Atlas. Special thanks to our brand team for producing the show. Each episode of A Beer with Atlas is powered by Atlas MedStaff, an industry leader in travel healthcare staffing.